It's 9 a.m. on a Monday. Let's go ahead and get coffee. Hey there, welcome back to another video on this channel and another one of the Living with the Moon series. So as you saw already, I went to a cafe this morning. Can you guess, before I reveal in like 2 seconds, in which sign is the moon in today? I don't know if you guessed it, but it's in Sagittarius. So I was thinking sort of how can I live a little bit more with the moon today, a little bit more with the energies that should come quite naturally today. And I thought, let's try something new. Sagittarius is a sign that likes to live out of the comfort zone, likes to try new experiences. And a lot of the times that can be really big things like traveling across the ocean to another country. But that was not possible for me today. So instead I was like, can I try something new, like a new cafe that I've never been to before? So I found a cafe nearby that I wanted to go to, and I did that this morning. And it was a really, really nice experience. As always, of course, I felt nervous sort of going to a new place that I haven't been to before, but it was interesting while I was there. I felt quite comfortable quite fast, and I'm curious if maybe that was the Sagittarius energy helping me out, helping me feel more quickly comfortable in a place, even though I literally just arrived like half an hour before. And another Sagittarius activity, actually, while I was at the cafe, I thought, okay, let's help stimulate my brain. And more specifically, let's read a book in a language that I just started learning. A language, well, I don't know if you would say I just started learning. I started learning Dutch about 4 years ago. And I have a Dutch book on my phone. So I pulled that up while I was at the cafe and I read from the book while drinking my coffee. I thought it was interesting. So it's been a while since I've actually read from that book. I was about halfway through. So at first, it was quite a bit to sort of get into it. Of course, there's new noises in the cafe. You're sort of in a new place. Lots of people coming in and out. But I do have to say that after a while, I did feel like I was in a flow. So I'm curious if some of that Sagittarius energy was contributing to that too. Anyways, I have some other fun stuff planned for the rest of the day. So Sagittarius is actually the sign in my 5th house, which is the house of creativity, of pleasure, of self-expression. So I was thinking that a little bit later in the day, I can do some cooking, have some fun preparing a little bit more of a, I don't want to say fancy dinner, but a little bit more of a special dinner. I don't know what the word is. Just enjoy cooking. And I also wanted to do something creative. I have some art supplies lying around here. So I thought that later in the day we can also do that together. And I'm curious to see how those activities feel on the Sagittarius moon. I'm gonna go ahead, eat some lunch, and actually do some other stuff unrelated to this, record another YouTube video, and then we'll meet each other again when it's time to cook dinner. trying to film this without the camera getting steamy or me getting my shadow in it. But here is my finished meal. I'm actually really excited to eat. It looks really good. I'll tell you guys how my experience was cooking during a Sagittarius moon after I stuffed this down my face. Oh my god, dinner was amazing. I ended up making a sort of curry with some coconut milk and some sweet potatoes and like bell pepper. And it was delicious. I really enjoyed it, and as well some rice in order for it to be a little bit more filling. Cooking on or during a Sagittarius moon does feel really fun. I do most of the time enjoy cooking. It's not like it's a new activity for me. I did find that I was sort of quite fast and in the flow, and I didn't question myself or feel a little bit sort of unsure, which I think sometimes I can have when cooking. And I'm wondering if that was just the Sagittarius moon that made it a little bit more just like fun and enjoyable. So overall, I do recommend, if you actually enjoy cooking and you enjoy sort of expressing yourself through cooking, then it could be like a really nice thing to do during a Sagittarius moon. Even though cooking is more of like a Taurus activity because it is quite about pleasure and the senses and really taking care of our earthly bodies, I do think that as an activity, cooking can be fun. Especially if you're doing sort of like a cooking workshop or a cooking class with somebody as a team, that could be a lot of fun. So now I am actually getting ready to do some art. It's been a while. I actually, if you don't know, studied art in university. I haven't done art in a while, but I was thinking Sagittarius is in my 5th house, which is about creativity, self-expression. And for me, creativity, for a long part of my life, creativity meant literally making art. I love drawing and painting, and I don't get to do it as often anymore. But when I do it, I end up getting in a sort of flow. And it's really nice to be in that sort of feeling. Why will this not come out? It's really nice to be in that sort of feeling and losing your sense of time, let's just say. Okay, so this doesn't want to come out. I have set up a little still life, and I'm just gonna go ahead and have some fun. I wanted to do some watercolor. I'll come back and show you what I end up actually creating. So we may have had a little bit of technical difficulties. The watercolors ended up being dry and I had to switch to gouache. But overall, oh my goodness, I enjoyed that so much. I think I should paint more often, and I think I should paint more often during Sagittarius moons. I don't know, it was just a lot of fun, and that was so nice to just take the afternoon, the evening, and spend it that way. So overall, I would say it was a successful Sagittarius-inspired day. Tried out a new cafe, and that turned out really well. Enjoyed some cooking, and that also turned out and tasted really, really good, and I really enjoyed the process. And then I have this beautiful piece of art left at the end of it as well. So overall, I think I love I love the sign of Sagittarius. It could be because I have a couple of planets in Sagittarius, but overall I have felt amazing today. So that was also interesting to notice how we might prefer and feel more comfortable with specific energies versus others. All right, thanks for joining me for today's day for the Sagittarius moon activities, and let me know down in the comments which moon sign I should do next, actually. I'm doing a series for all 12 signs where I am going to live the day according to the sign that the moon is in. I already did Gemini, you can check it out here, but let me know, which sign should I do next? Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.